The second half of the Winter is Coming special event takes place tonight, Friday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, 9 Central on TNT, with Winter Has Arrived, another edition of Rampage, and that means it's another edition of my preview of the Friday night broadcast from WWE, from AEW. I don't know why, I don't know where my mind is at, but we have a lot to get to in this preview and a lot of spectacular matches taking place tonight on Rampage with Sky Blue going up against Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, in Sky Blue, in what is, in my opinion, um, in my opinion, this could do some good for both Sky Blue and Britt Baker, as both women could use some action inside the squared circle and in front of the AEW Faithful tonight on Rampage. And I think that maybe this could lead to some furthering of look at where Jamie Hayter is, look at where Britt Baker is, some more tension as we continue to, build the inevitable match between Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter for the AEW World Women's Championship, which I could see on coming on for us at Revolution, or maybe the first Battle of the Belts in 2023. Also tonight, another match for Mox on Rampage. The last time we saw Mox on Rampage was against Takeshita. And now he is against Sammy Guevara. But also the question is the standing of Mox's inevitable match with Hangman Page, that if they want to further the build and stretch things out a little bit between Mox and Hangman, I would say the best way to do it is to keep Hangman away, play up, keep pushing the fact that he's not cleared, and keep him away, and basically make it where it's about that, and you do via satellite interviews, you do sit down interviews, you play up the interview aspect of it, the segment aspect of it, and you stop them from being physical for a couple of weeks, and then maybe, just maybe, hopefully, that if Hangman Page is still actually not cleared to compete, that maybe he will be cleared to compete by Revolution in the spring of 2023. So maybe we could see Mox versus Hangman at Revolution in 2023, which the card, if Jimmy Hayter and Britt Baker, Maxwell and Brian Danielson, and Mox and Hangman, just those three, it looks like a very intriguing way to start off 2023 for pay per views for AEW. And that is not all. We got a huge 8-man tag team match tonight set for Rampage between the best friends Orange Cassidy, Dustin Rhodes, against the Butcher, the Blade, Trent Seven, and Kip Sabian. Following up from Trent Seven's All Atlantic title match last week on Rampage against Orange Cassidy, it is still unclear if Trent is going to remain with AEW over the long term, but seeing him again on Rampage is a breath of fresh air. And the real question is, will Dustin Rhodes versus Trent Seven be something we see at the future? Because with Dustin likely being done at the end of 2023, the question is, what will happen? Like, what is Dustin's goal for 2023? I was also fixating on the idea of possibly working together or working out some sort of pre-booking, but I think the best way to do that is, um, well, basically I'm readjusting, but that the B-roll doesn't matter. The B-roll doesn't matter. What I do know is that It is going to be an interesting 8-man tag team match. The Butcher, the Blade, and Kip Sabian all don't have the best win-loss record, but the fact of the matter is, you never know when that win-loss record could change in an instant. And also, if you want to know somebody that's going to be against likely some local talent tonight or a poor sap either way, that person is Wardlow, as Wardlow returns to action tonight on Rampage. And the question is, where does this stand with Wardlow against his now former partner and turned rival, the TNT champion Samoa Joe? Because you have to figure that if anything, if the Battle of the Belts is going to happen in January, that Wardlow and Samoa Joe will be the featured contest at Battle of the Belts in January, because, well, Wardlow against Samoa Joe is something that we still haven't seen with the two going one-on-one. Jamie Hayter versus Hikaru Shida. Will also address their upcoming AEW World Women's Championship match set for Dynamite next week. And also at Dynamite or on Rampage tonight, we have the further build to the fifth match between within the best of seven, which is a no disqualification match between Death Triangle and the Elite, set for Dynamite next week. And if that wasn't enough, then we got more with Maxwell Jacob Friedman and Ricky Starks' fallout from the world title match on Dynamite this past week, taking center stage tonight on Rampage as winter has arrived. And the fact of the matter is, I am looking forward to this because I always look forward to the special AEW events, because the talk of the town in AEW is January the 11th, because that is when Saraya will be looking for a mystery partner to compete in a tag team match. And the question is, who will it be? But the other question is, where does AEW stand in 2023? And what does the future hold for All Elite Wrestling? For that, you got to tune into another video, because by the end of the year, you will find out my thoughts on potential top feuds, plans, everything, champions, everything. My ideas of what's going to happen in AEW and Ring of Honor in 2023. So with that being said, I'm just going to let you guys go and know that if you want to know the results from my end, I think Britt Baker, Jon Moxley, I would love to see the heels win here, especially Trent Seven, to get a little bit of a victory, and Wardlow will be dominant. We will likely see some sort of physicality between either Hikaru Shida and Hayter, or Death Triangle and the Elite. I don't know what else we could see from Ricky Starks and MJF. But all I do know is Rampage is finding its identity, and I do hope that by the end of 2022, they have a clear plan for 2023 as Rampage looks for an identity. But either way, these have been my thoughts and a preview for tonight's episode of Rampage. Let me know your thoughts, and if you're excited about Rampage tonight, down in the comment section below. With that being said, I will see you all in the next one. Enjoy Rampage and tonight's Friday Night Wrestling with Rampage and SmackDown Live, set to take your night away, or set to take you in the weekend the only way a wrestling fan knows how, and that is with many hours of professional wrestling to open up the weekend. Do not forget to ding dong that bell before you go, and I will see you in the next one.